first kiss the easy way. You know, after all of that work, I was at this party in Cincinnati, and she was there. And she had just broken up with her ex-boyfriend, Jorge. I made her laugh because I made up a joke on the spot. I was like, oh, have you heard of the dyslexic Latino pimp who calls his girlfriend hey whore? Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, so cute, touched my arm, got her phone number, you know that. And I got her phone number, and I called her up, and I asked her if she wanted to come over to my friend's place. I couldn't take her to my parents, and so asked her if she wanted to come over and watch a DVD. And you know, my friend, he was out of town, and his DVD player was broken in the living room, and he was in no hurry to fix it because it was a great way to get girls back to his, to his bedroom. He's like, well, the one in the living room is busted, so I mean, what a sleaze. So I did the exact same thing. So we're sitting there in the dark in a bedroom with a girl for the first time under the pretense of something other than friendship. And I'm sitting across from her, and we're talking and laughing, and it had been 18 years since I had sat across from another blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, and I knew I still did not have the balls to lean in and kiss her. So I looked at her, and I said, kiss me. And she did! She did! She told me I was a really good kisser. And that's what years of making out with your pillow will do for you. If I ever start a band, it's going to be called Pillows for Practice. Don't take that. That's mine. I'm taking. Don't take that. Like I'm starting a band with my viola. But okay, anyway. So, well, that's the thing. I had nobody though to share it with. The downside of getting your first kiss at 23, you don't have to tweet that part. Is that you can't tell anyone about that. I mean, it'd be like being great at t-ball in college, or finishing like The Wire or The Sopranos now. It's like no one cares. Everybody's moved on. No one wants to talk about The Wire with you now. And that's really it. I mean, everybody's moved on, and I couldn't even tell her. I especially couldn't tell her. I mean, that would have freaked her out to no end. So, and that's really all I'm saying about her. I got a late start. What do you want? I mean, Jerry Seinfeld once said that you act on stage the number of years that you've been doing stand-up. In other words, if you've been doing stand-up comedy for 2 years, you are a little bit like a 2-year-old, and you stumble around a little bit, and you sometimes form meaningful sentences, but not usually. If you're 10, you've been doing it for 10 years, you ask interesting questions from time to time. If you've been doing it for 50 years, you're like a wise old man on stage. And so my theory is maybe it's the same thing with dating. I didn't start till I was 23, and I'm 37. So 37 minus 23, I'm 14 years old. Sounds about right. That is only a few years behind guys who started in high school, but there's a pretty big difference between an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old. Just ask the law. So with Shivani and